Okay, I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come in, and we're gonna talk about this topic. Let me set y'all up a little bit better. I'll just edit all this stuff out. Oh my gosh, I got so much stuff in the background. I need y'all to be down some more. Okay. Can you all see me? I got a trash bag in the background. Child, we don't want that in the background. Listen, oh! Almost knocked over my tea, honey. We cannot do that. Hold on. Hey, Blissful Vibes. What's up? You always come through. Okay, you all. So I'm going to go through this whole video real quick and tell you some of the cons to being an agency nurse. I know that I talk a lot about the pros to being an agency nurse and like it's the good money. I get my money today. I ain't got to wait for my money. I just get in, get out, blah, 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 blah. But these braces are making too much noise. But there is some cons to it. Like it sometimes like really sucks. So let's just get right into the video. And then of course I'll look over you all's comments and we can talk a little bit once I get done going through the topic. So this is not in any particular order. So one of the cons to being, okay, first off, if you all don't know what agency nursing is, let me just kind of tell you a little bit. Agency nursing is basically, I'm an agency nurse. I've been a nurse since 2015. So what's that, 6 years, 7 years? I don't even remember. No, 6 years. And or is it 7? I don't know. Somebody do the math for me. 2015 is when I graduated. Okay, so agency nursing is basically when a nurse is not working for that particular facility. They work for an agency, and the agency hooks up that nurse with that facility who needs help. And I do not like this hanging. We gotta do some. Yeah, I'm hoping to fit into this swimsuit come summertime. Anyway. Let's switch up the ambiance a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Put a little plant right here. Okay. Is that a little bit better? Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. So yeah, they don't work for the facility. They work for the agency. The agency pays them based on the facility paying the agency. Okay. So that's what it is. We go in, we fulfill a need for that facility. You can go to that facility one time and never go back, or you can just continue to keep going to that facility for as long as they need you. So that's basically all it is. It's different from travel nursing because you don't get paid for your traveling and for your housing and all that. It's just, you just go there, pick up a shift, and you leave. That's what agency nursing is. So one of the cons to agency nursing is that sometimes you have it where you don't have any shifts available. So I have an agency where they'll tell you what's available. Like it's the shifts are there, but like what if you don't want to get paid that much? Because sometimes there's shifts there, but like it's low pay. So you like, I'm not about to go out my house to go work a shift for $27. Like me, I would never do that. Probably when I become an RN, I have to do that. But as an LPN, like working as an agency nurse, I wouldn't go somewhere to make $27 an hour when I can go somewhere and make way more than that. So what if there's only shifts available that only pay 27 for the next 2 days? Then that's a con because I want to get paid more than that. So I'm just kind of sitting out like, dang, I do want to make some money, but I don't want to go and work somewhere for $27. Like, I don't want to do it. So that becomes like, oh, it sucks. And then sometimes you're kind of like in the waiting game. I gotta make sure I don't wake these kids up. Sometimes you're in the waiting game. So you may not be able to schedule like you. Agency nursing allows you to have a flexible schedule because a shift can come available super quick. But with a shift coming available super quick, you kind of are holding off to be like, I don't know if I'm gonna work tonight, babe. I'll let you know if a shift come up. If a shift come up, like you kind of got to change all your plans and be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go to work. Or you're just kind of sitting there waiting for a shift to come up that pays a little bit more money, or that's even available to begin with. So that is definitely a con. It's just like the shifts not being available and you having to wait to pick up, or Especially if you have to arrange childcare, or you have to say no to one place or say no to doing something somewhere else because you plan on going somewhere else, or because you locked in a shift. So say you locked in a shift at such and such nursing home on Tuesday. Then a nursing home that you really like to work at and the pay is good, you like the people there, it's pretty chill. It's like, hey, can you work Tuesday? You're like, no, I already picked up somewhere else. Okay, well, you don't have to tell them all your business. You ain't got to tell them all that. Don't tell them all that. But say that happens, and then come Tuesday, you go up to the place, and they're like, oh, we don't need you. So wait. Y'all messing with my money. Y'all playing with my emotions now, okay? Because I didn't go to this place because I locked into you all. I could have canceled you all and went there, but no, I decided to stay, loyal to the fact that I secured this spot with you all, and I'm going to go, pick up your shift. But then you cancel me last minute. So here it is. Say you had to get childcare that day. You went ahead and procured childcare. You made sure everything was cool. Yada yada. What if you having car troubles? You had to have somebody drop you off. You had to get an Uber there, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you had to take the freaking bus there. I don't know your situation. Or you live in an area where public transportation is just a thing. So you go all the way out there only for them to cancel you. Mm, mm, mm. Drinking my raw kombucha on that one. Or because with agency nursing, we kind of, at least for me, we like, okay, I know I'm gonna make this amount of money by the end of my shift. Because like me, I can get paid right away, or I can get paid like the next day. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spend this money I got right here, or put this money up on this bill or whatever, because I know I'm gonna get it right back away. I'm gonna get it right back. And then they cancel your shift, and you're like, whoo, seriously? Like, y'all messing with my money. Like, y'all really messing with my money right now. So that right there is like a big thing. It doesn't happen a lot. I think I remember in some of my last vlogs, like a minute ago, I was getting canceled a lot. I don't even go to that place anymore. But it doesn't happen all the time. And some agencies will at least pay you for 2 hours of your time at least. Some agencies won't pay you anything. So there's that. So that's one of the cons. The next cons is, y'all, this is probably one of the biggest cons. You don't know what you're walking into when you go into these nursing homes, or when you go into these assisted living facilities, or when you go even into a hospital. I don't know if hospitals do agencies. I think hospitals do more travel assignments because they want you to stay for a block of time, whatever. But let me take a sip of my tea. Hold on. You don't know what you're walking into when you go into a place, especially if it's for the first time. It's in an area you don't know. You have no idea how this place is ran. You have no idea why this place is using agency nurses. Is it because they're just short staffed? Is it because this place is a hot mess? More than likely it's both. And like one is creating the other issue, right? So you don't know what you're walking into. You don't know if state is in the building. You don't know if state is about to come up in the building. That's happened to me before. State came right in the building, came straight to me asking me questions. I'm like, I'm an agency nurse. I don't know what You don't know what you're walking into. You don't know what type of computer charting they have. If they have computer charting, if they have a CMT, which is certified med tech, or you can be passing your own meds. How many patients will you be taking care of? Will you only have 20 patients that day, or will you have 40 patients that day? How many CNA? You don't know anything about this place. You don't even know where the bathroom's at in this place. All you know is the exit. So honey, with that being said, go watch my other video where I talk about things you need to take with you to work, especially as an agency nurse. Watch that video. You'll see why. Watch that video to give you all the whole list of everything you got to take to work and what you got to be prepared for. So yeah, you don't know what you're walking into. So you have to kind of get your psyche together to be like, I'm going to go work this shift. I got a question, y'all. So do I look backwards, or do I look, just can somebody let me know? I just broke through the fourth wall. Do I look side? Do you have to turn your phones? Like, how do I look? Somebody let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Does it look okay? Like, is it like this? Or is it like, does that make any sense? Y'all let me know real quick. I'm waiting. Sideways. But is it, can y'all see me? Or should I turn my phone the other way? Should I turn my phone like this? So turn it like this or keep it like this. Keep it like this. Okay. Okay. Dang, that mean I gotta change, y'all. Hold on. I guess I gotta use the plant. Yeah, I gotta use. I hope I don't drop my plant in the process. No, better. So this is better. Okay. Hold on. Removing the plant. Please don't fall. I got y'all on top of a Nike box, a tripod, and y'all leaning up against a plant. Okay, so what was I saying? So yeah, that's one of the things. You have to get your mind. I look long now. Let me try to look more. Yeah, I know I'm a Virgo rising. We be doing the most. Okay, anywho, why is your skin? Oh, you're so sweet. I sprayed my skin with some rose water, y'all. I get it from Marshalls. And also, you all, I started a 90-day raw vegan cleanse. So go check out my other channel, Stay Forever True. I'm going to be actually posting some videos soon, going over my cleanse for 90 days. Today is day 3, so I don't know. I've been doing face masks too to help clear my skin of this like maskne. So, okay, let me get myself back together. So yeah, you don't know what you're walking into, and you just have to really get your mind to the point where you're like, whatever is in here, I'm gonna get through it. You have to be one of those people who can just kind of roll with the punches type of personality. And I feel like nurses naturally have that resilience. People who work in healthcare naturally have that resilience to just be able to go with whatever is going on. But sometimes it's extremely stressful. I guess that's like my third point, is that agency nursing is stressful because it's just think about going to your job. Like, going to your job is probably already a hot mess, especially if you're short staffed. It's probably already a hot mess. Management is probably already putting way too much on you, admissions, things like that, and you probably don't feel supported as an employee. So on top of that, being an agency nurse going into a place you know nothing about that facility, even if you've been to that facility a few times, still, you don't work there. You didn't get proper orientation. Like, you don't know that place like that. You're not there all the time. Like, you don't always follow up. Maybe I don't know, some agency nurses, they go into a place they like it, and that's pretty much like their job. Like, that's the only agency they pick. That's the only place they pick up at. I don't like that, because I'm one of those people. I'm not your employee. I'm not. So I don't want to be in the same facility every single day for weeks and months on end. Like, I don't want to do that. I like to switch it up a bit. At least go to like 2 or 3 different facilities a week. And I like to keep at least 2 or 3 facilities in my rotation. My rotation. Do anybody else watch Insecure? Oh my goodness, I missed that show. Anywho, yes, I like to keep 2 or 3 facilities in my rotation, okay? And it can be, like I said, it can just be stressful because it's just like stuff be happening, y'all. Doctors be calling, asking about stuff, and you be like, I don't know these folks. Phones be ringing. You like, how do you transfer it? Then the dang on employees don't even be knowing how to transfer. You be like, how y'all expect me to transfer it? And then sometimes management will be all up on you, and you be like, look, I don't work here. Like, I'm not your employee. I'm just here to help. So let me do a few things to get y'all through the day, and y'all can handle the rest of the infrastructure. I'm just here to just, shift a few pictures along the walls and sweep up a little bit, make some coffee for some folks. Like, I ain't here to do nothing too much up in this place. Like, I'm just here to fill a quick need for you, give you that rush, okay? So yeah, it's stressful, and I could talk more about that, but y'all, it's just like, you have to kind of go in with like, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna get this money and I'm gonna get up out of here. But do what you gotta do, though, of course. So the next thing is, this kind of piggybacks off what I just said. Like, sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough as a nurse, because at the end of the day, yes, I'm an agency nurse. I have to get in, get my money, and go. But I still want to feel like I'm doing something for my patients. I'm doing something that will help them to be in a better state of mind. Because some patients are like, I've been asking for somebody to do this for the past week, or I've been needing this done, and I've been talking to these. Like, you don't know, because some patients that's how they are. Like, their personality is that they're gonna try to con you, right? But some people really do need help, and like, they've constantly been dealing with agency, or their employees there are just trash, or maybe they're overworked. that raw kombucha. And you were work too, because like you're the agency nurse, you're just coming in trying to get stuff done, and you're like, yeah, I want to help you find this, or I want to help you look for this number, I want to help you do whatever, arrange that part of your room, because you're just like, oh my gosh, my room is such a mess, I need help with this closet. I want to help you with that, or I want to help you find out who your doctor was before you came. Like, I want to help you with all this, but everything on my computer is red right now, and I leave in like 2 hours. So it's just like you feel like, dang, like I could have did more as a nurse, because you're still a human, you still want to take care of people, hopefully, and you still want to, leave some type of impression on your patient. So to that, I always say, find that one patient that you just connect with. Like yesterday, I was working in the city, y'all. It was super. Oh my goodness, going to this one nursing home. When I tell you, all they do is play music all day. So one resident was blurring some music, and then I saw like I was getting medicine ready for one patient. He was kind of like moving a little bit, and I said, "Come on, let's dance." So we was just sitting there dancing and, and just talking, and it literally was like 2 minutes of my time. But afterwards, he like gave me a hug. He was like, "Thank you," and I was like, "Good night." So I think like that, little stuff like that, is just like your way of connecting with people and just showing them like, yes, I'm taking care of you. Yes, it's robotic. I got to give you these pills and move on to the next one. But like, I see you as a person. I see you beyond just such and such name in this room, and it's red, and I have to give you these pills so I can go home. So sometimes as the agency nurse, you somewhat you can become jaded, because you like, look, girl, like I ain't got time to hear your life story. Like I gotta get up out this room. Like I'm already behind. And the lady down there been calling because I still haven't brought her Norco. So I know you want to tell me about you and your husband and how long y'all been married, and I really want to hear about it, but I gotta go. So, and that's how it is with nursing anyways. You just always feel like, dang, like I wish I could do enough. Like being a nurse is like being a parent to a certain extent, because you always feel like it's just so much more I could do, but it's just you. That's why nursing is 24 hours. So I always suggest you find that one patient, or that one thing you can say to a patient, or just giving them just 5 minutes of your time to listen to them, makes a world of a difference for the people you're taking care of. So the next thing I would say, piggybacking off of that, is that you do lose your connection to clients. So when I worked at a facility, I was there as a CNA. I actually started off as an NAT, which is the nursing assistant in training. And I became a CNA, then I became an LPN, and I was at that facility for almost 7 years. And I had never worked anywhere else in healthcare. So all these patients saw me, go through all these. I had one particular patient, never forget her. She passed away. Oh, I love you. And she actually encouraged me to go back to school. I told her, I don't have the money for it. She was like, there's ways to go to school. You can do it. I know. And then when I did graduate, she's like, I wish I could go to your graduation. I really wish I could go. So it's just like, having that connection to somebody. She would tell me different stories about stuff, and just like my patients' families, connecting with them and helping them through certain things, like seeing patients pass away and you being able to help them to die with dignity, and to just be there for the families, and just also really getting connected with your coworkers. Like I've had a lot of friends from work that I don't have anymore. I just get in, get out. Like I could be hearing people talk about their whole life story. I'd be like, girl, like like we will chit chat. I love a little kiki, but most of the time I'm just trying to get in, get the work done, and leave. Like I do want to hear you talk though. I will listen, because sometimes I'll talk too. I'm a very it's easy for me to have like light conversation with people, but I remember working with people and we would like literally be talking, and it would just help us get through the shift. But you make friends along the way, right? So I ain't tripping. But you do sometimes lose that, like, I would say, long-term connection that you have with people as an agency nurse. But sometimes you see other agency nurses, or maybe you keep going to that same facility and you see people, but like, it's not the same, right? So that's something too. So sometimes also, you all, when you go into a facility, they're like, oh, it's an agency nurse coming. They making such and such per hour. Put them on this floor. Like, I'm not about to work that floor. So the regular employees, like, cause there's always that one floor, that one assignment that's super hard. I do not like the way looking. I feel like I look better in the landscape view. But I'm going to get through with y'all. But anyhow, it's always that one assignment that sucks. And nobody wants to work it. So when agency comes, naturally they're going to put the agency employee more than likely on that haul, because the regular staff is like, why would you put me over there and then put agency on an easy haul? Like, y'all paying them all this money, put them over there. So sometimes as an agency nurse, you get the harder assignments. Harder assignments could be patients who, you know, are more combative, more behavioral. They take a lot of narcotics, which while you would think, oh, just having to give a pill every 6 hours, not that too much, but, or PRNs. But sometimes, oh my gosh, I went to a place, the med count was ridiculous. It was like 70 items in the cart. Like, why is it 70 narcotics on this cart for me to like hold on to? Like, why? And then so you know at least 15 of them patients is like, can I get my pain pill? Can I get my pain pill? Can I get my pain? Did you give me my pain pill? Okay, did you put a pain pill in here? You're like, hold on, let me go get it. Like, how do I know to put a dang on pain pill in here with your dang on carb it up and level it up? Like, I don't know that. So you're constantly going back and forth. Also another harder assignment could be a lot of diabetic patients. So, you know, if you have diabetic patients, you could be, yes, Melinda, 70. This place, ooh, rough around the edges, a little singed around the edges, if you will. So if you have a lot of diabetic patients, you have to check all those patients' sugars before, more than likely, it just depends on the orders, but before each meal. So if you're working a day shift, say you have 10, I've even working at a facility as a regular staff nurse, I think I had somewhere between 12 and 14 diabetic patients. It was ridiculous. Imagine checking 12 to 14 people's blood sugars before each meal if you work in a day shift. So that's 2 meals you're doing it. And you know, you can't do it too far away from the actual meal. So you're just trying to get people's stuff checked and you forgetting and you going behind. Like, it's, then you got to give them their insulin. You got to double, because you know you got to really watch that insulin, make sure it's the right insulin. Oh, they run. You turn the pen, it's completely empty. So now you're going back to the refrigerator looking for insulin. You like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Like, it's a hot mess. So yes, it can be hard. They'll put you on harder assignments. Or if it's an assignment where you have to pass a lot of pills. I didn't have to pass pills before I became an agency nurse. I worked at a facility where we had CMTs. Shout out to the CMTs, because y'all be working for the coin. Y'all really do. I give it up to y'all. Shout out to the CMTs. Hold on, y'all. We got 32 people in the building. Make sure you like this video. And like I stated earlier, go check out my other channel, Stay Forever True. I talk about a lot of stuff over there. Crystals, having a garden, eating a plant-based diet, just being your beautiful, perfect self on that channel. And I actually had that channel before I had this channel. So go check me out. It's Stay Forever True. Follow me on Instagram, YourFavNurseB #1, and Stay Forever True #1, and like, comment, and subscribe. So let's get back into the video. So, yes, harder assignments. People talk stuff about agency nurses. This is the next step. People talk stuff about agency nurses. I honestly believe that, you know, people are just jealous, I guess. I don't even think it's jealous. Like, they just pissed off, because it's like, imagine you're working somewhere. I'm just going to say the scenario. I'm not going to give real numbers, but say you're working somewhere and maybe you make it $20 an hour as a nurse. Let's go a little bit higher. Say you're making $25 as a nurse. And you're like, okay, that's cool. I wish I could make a little bit more. That's cool. Then something happens, short staff at your job. They bring an agency nurse. Now, what if that agency nurse is making $35 an hour, doing the same exact thing you doing every single day, 5 days a week? He or she can just come and do their thing and make $35 an hour, and more than likely get paid that night, the next day, in a few days. They can get their money pretty quick. You got to wait 2 weeks to get paid. And you got to deal with, why didn't Mrs. Johnson get this or this and that? Why didn't this happen? And depending on what type of agency nurse you get, the agency nurse might be leaving you with a whole bunch of crap to have to, you know, work on. But honestly, y'all, I don't know. But that's something else. But I can see how there can be some conflict between agency nurses and staff nurses. For me, I do my best and leave the rest. Now, with that being said, there's only so much I can do as an agency nurse. I am not here to save your facility. as an agency nurse, I feel a need. I talk about this in several videos. I think some staff nurses are like, the agency nurse didn't do this, the agency nurse didn't do that. How did he or she know to do that? What doctor's numbers do y'all have up? What supervisor's numbers do y'all have up? What fax numbers do you have for the, like, where is this stuff at? I can't find anything in this place to begin with. You know, nobody told me to begin with. And you know that this hall is hard for you to work. And you've been working here for the past 20 years. So you think me coming through the door for one day, I'm supposed to get all this done and be good and leave? No. I'm doing what I can do. I'm giving these pills. I'm doing these treatments. I'm calling this or doing that. Whatever I can do. It's only so much I can do as one person coming in for one day. It's only so much I can do. And I'm going to go ahead and let you handle the rest. Now, don't get me wrong. Some agency staff are straight trash. Trizass. The trash. Okay? Like, they suck at life. And somebody, y'all still talking about these 70 medications? 70 narcotics. I was talking about 70, like, you have to count. When you're counting the narcs, it was like 70 narcs in there. Like, it was crazy. I was like, why do you all have, it like took up a whole drawer. Like, you have to keep up with all these daggone narcotics. It was horrible. Let me sip to that. So yeah, some people talk stuff about agency nurses. I just try to come in and do what I have to do. And it just is what it is. You can be mad about it. It's cool. But like, I keep saying like, well, you know, I'm agency, so I don't know. I'm going to keep telling you that I'm agency, so I don't know. Especially if you're an agency nurse who does late calls. So I do late calls sometimes. I will, a shift will start at 6:30 and say they still haven't had a nurse come in. Like, or a nurse called off, like, you know, last minute. So here it is, 9 o'clock. They're like, hey, Nurse B, can you come work this shift? We'll pay you for the full shift, but can you get over to this facility and work for us for the rest of the day? You get off at 3. Great. So if I don't make it to your facility till 10 o'clock and I'm working from 10 o'clock to 3, I came in late. I didn't get proper report from somebody. I don't know. I'm just literally walking in like, okay, let me just do what I can. So it's kind of hard for me to do a whole lot in that amount of time, especially because I didn't come here at 6:30, on top of the fact that I don't even know what's going on here. So I'm going to just do what I can do and keep it pushing. And sometimes you have to have that mindset also as an agency nurse. But, you know, with that comes some issues, but it is what it is. So people do talk stuff about agency nurses. Now, the next thing also is sometimes CNAs suck. This is how it is with healthcare in general. Nurses suck, CNAs suck. And it's kind of hard sometimes if you are an agency nurse and you have CNAs that are not doing their job, or if there's like just not enough CNAs working in general, like you're doing more CNA work than nurse work and you still have to do your work. So it's like, yes, I want to take this person off the toilet and do this and help out with that. But it's just like, I got so much stuff to do. Like, I can help you, but I can't. Like, it's too much. Like, CNA, I need you to come on and help assist out. But usually, honestly, I've been relatively fortunate to have decent CNAs, good CNAs at places I go to. Sometimes it sucks. And sometimes, like I said, nurses suck too. So don't just think it's just the CNAs that suck. But sometimes nurses suck too. So that can be a problem. The lights just keep going on, off, off, off. You're like, okay, let me answer this light. But that's how it is in general with healthcare, especially nursing home. That'd be the thing that just be getting you. I think that's honestly why a lot of nurses be like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm tired of supervising folks. Okay, I'm tired of smelling this incense. Okay, we put the incense out. So that could be one thing. Another thing is you have to be humble. Let me say it again. For you, you know, bold ladies in the back, bold men in the back who don't care, you got to be humble because you don't know this place and you don't know who's who, and you want to come back to this place, right? You want to give off, you know, a nice professional disposition. You want to kind of roll with the punches. You want to do what you can to help out the team, right? So you have to be humble sometimes when people say, you supposed to do it like this, da, 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 da. Don't get me wrong. Don't let people just talk to you and act to you any type of way. But to a certain extent, you do have to kind of just be like, I just try to be chill, like be real chill with people. Because like I had the other day, I was giving a report to somebody and she was like talking about other stuff. Like, so what about this? I'm like, I did not get a report from anybody and I'm a late call nurse. So this is what I was told. So what about the, I did not get a report from anybody and this is what I was told. I could just be like, girl, look, I don't know what's going on, but I need for you to come count these pills with me so I can go home. Period. Like, you could be like that, you know, but I try to be, you know, kind of chill with folks because it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. And like I said, you don't know who's who. You don't know what type of day they're having. You don't know that nurse. If they might walk away from the situation and be like, oh, I was kind of acting like an itch. Some people do that. Some people don't. They be like, shh. But some people be like, I was kind of a little harsh on her. And, you know, she gave me honey. You know, she gave me honey when she could have gave me vinegar. So you know what? It's cool. Like, it's chill. Or some nurses, they are actually like really appreciative of you. And they're like, oh my goodness, like, thank you. Like, you need to come back. And so they will actually tell your supervisor, like, or supervisors, you talk to them a very respectful way, very professional way. And they'll be like, hey, Nurse B, I need Nurse B to be here. So check her first. Because I have a facility, they're like, see if she can work first. If she can work, boom, it's hers. Instead of, like, they will actually text me and be like, hey, we got a shift. You want it? I'm going to put it up right now so you can get it. And so you have to kind of create that relationship with people. And some people, honestly, I talked to another person, Carl from ENTP Life here on YouTube. Go check out his show. We did a few videos together. He was saying like some agency nurses get the rap of the only reason why they are agency nurses is because they can't keep jobs. They can't keep stable jobs because of the way they talk, because of their tardiness, because of their unprofessionalism, and just overall they suck as a nurse. So I feel like I already had a very strong foundation as a nurse. I worked at a facility as a nurse for like 4 to 5 years. I worked at that same facility as a CNA, as a nurse assistant in training. Like, I built that foundation for myself. And also I have a very good work ethic. So, and I know that about myself. So for me, being an agency nurse, it doesn't make me less than. It's things I definitely should be working on doing better with as a nurse. But, you know, you just have to be humble. You just got to be able to get in, do what you got to do, and leave. Like, it's not that personal. These people might talk to you any type of way. It's not that personal. You're there to get a check. I don't care what nobody want to say. At the end of the day, I don't volunteer my services. So I'm here to get a check. So if I got to sit here and be like, yes, hear your little story that you want to tell, I'm just going to sit there and listen to it. Like, yeah. Is that really? Oh my God, girl, that's so crazy. Like, I'm gonna sit, I'm not fake. Don't give me, I mean, I'm a little, I kiki, you know, like, I'm gonna listen to what you have to say and all that. And, you know, I try to be genuine. Honestly, I am genuine. But if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna feel it. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to just be chill. You can't be going in there all rah-rah with these folks. Okay? You are a visitor. If you want to come back and keep getting paid, you gotta, you know, tone it down a little bit. So that's that. So that's my top, you know, cons to being an agency nurse. I'm going to look at some of you all's comments. Thank you all for coming to the live. I was treated as nice as an agency nurse the first day, but I could see the other nurses getting annoyed after a while. Yeah, sometimes they will like I've gone into places, they like, oh my gosh, give me a hug. I'm so glad you came. We really needed you. Like, we really needed a nurse. So you get that energy, and sometimes you just get the energy of like, especially if you start complaining. If you start complaining about that place, that's why I really have made it like one of my things to not complain about these places, because it's not my job. This ain't my job. I don't care what y'all doing up in here. This ain't my job, so I ain't gonna complain about none of this. I might be like, is that how they do it? Oh, okay. Leave it at the, I'm not gonna shake the tree. I'm gonna let it be what it is. I'm not about to fight with these folks. I don't work here. So whatever y'all got going on, it's fine with me. I'm just visiting, okay? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, somebody tell me we need to know. I don't want my agency getting over on me. What happened? What is the expected pay as an agency OPN and RN? You really just need to start going into some agencies and seeing like what they're offering. So, hold on. I can't even see myself. So who asked that question? CTX said, what is the expected pay as an agency LPN and RN? So honestly, it just depends on your area, your expertise, all that, and where you're working at. But for me, I'll just talk about myself. For me here in St. Louis, Missouri, most nurses get paid like, I don't know, yeah. I have not worked. I be acting like I just be doing agency my whole life. Like, I don't know you all. I don't make that much money anymore. But when I left, I told you I got a separate video. When I left my old job as a nurse, I was making like 22 an hour, maybe 23, look close to 23. Now I don't make in the 20s. A lot of times I don't make in the 30s, and I'm an LPN. So that right there will tell you, or if I do make in the 30s, it's the high 30s, 37, 39 and above. So that's just that. Some nurses, as a floor nurse, regular floor nurse, I make 25. As an LPN, I don't know RN money. I do have certain videos where I talk more about it, just based off doing some numbers from people that I know, but I've heard agency RNs making 55 an hour. So it just depends on the area and the agency. Some agencies will try to lowball you and be like, it's 28 an hour. Don't you want to come in and work? No, girl. And they try to put the little money emoji with the tongue going out in a dollar sign. But like, or they be like, please come in and work. I'll be like, no, honey, I'm not. Like, why? Why would I do that to myself? Like, work a shift and make like $125 an hour. Like, it's $125 after the shift, or $150. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here and being like, shh, that ain't nothing. Shh. But if you know you can make more, why go somewhere and work and not get what you pay? Like, I just come to the point where I am, like, if I'm going to take time away from my family, away from what I do here, away from my peace, my sanity, my schoolwork, whatever, I want to be compensated to the amount that I want to get compensated for. Now, don't get me wrong. It's times where I just want to make a quick buck. So I might go in for 30, 35, 33, something like that. Usually if I go in for like 30 something, like 35, 34, it'll be a late call shift. So meaning I'll go in like 2 or 3 hours late, and get paid for the full shift. So it kind of evens up to being like closer to $40 an hour if you do the math. Does that make sense? So that's that. Know your area, go to different agencies. Because I was going to an agency for like over a year, and they were paying $30 an hour flat. Like, you couldn't negotiate how much you get paid. Some agencies you can negotiate. Some agencies you can hold off on picking up a shift, and they might go up $5. Be like, hey, will you do it for 40? Come on in. Because you waited a little bit longer and they bumped up that pay. So, and I was going there solid for a year. I thought $30 because I was making 21, 22. I'm making $30. I'm making 30 an hour. I'm making 30 an hour. Yeah. Once I finally went to another agency and saw how much they was getting paid, I was like, 30 an hour? Where? I'm going to have no gas in my car, little to no food, and I want to go out to eat or something. Like, I'm going to need to have some things lined up that I want to do with this money. That's the reason why I'm going in for that amount. So it just really depends. Oh, Maxim is so low to me because I know they were, like right when we were graduating, they were looking for nurses. I know Maxim does travel nursing too, right? Let's see. Again, you all like, comment, and subscribe. We got 50 people in the building. Make sure y'all like this video. Let's see. Any more questions, y'all? I'm trying to look back. I know Jasmine's Variety channel says, sometimes I want to talk to the patients, but time is always not enough. I know. It's true. It sucks. But sometimes you had that time where you can talk to them like, oh, thank you so much for talking to me. I know you're busy, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like, I was working for some, yesterday when I was at the place when I was dancing with the man. It was so cute. And it was another patient that was like, you're so nice. Oh my gosh, you're so respectful. You talk so respectful to us. Like, wow. And sometimes you don't know if people are just, like, I don't know why it's so hard for me sometimes to take compliments. I'd be like, is you just saying it's just so, I don't know, for whatever. But he was like, really, you talk so respectful to us. And then, like, the next shift, I saw how a CNA was talking to the patients, and I was just like, okay. But then again, the environment that we were in, I can see why that person may have been talking that way. Not to condone, you know, how people talk to other people, but I can see it. But for me, I just try to stay chill. I don't, especially when I was working in a place with more psych patients, I don't think that you should be rah-rah with patients like that because they already got stuff going on. You got stuff going on, you know? You just handling it a little bit better than them. But they already got stuff going on. They're already in an institution. Like, I try to just be, these are still older people. Like, I want to be respectful to you. I'm not the perfect nurse, don't get me wrong, but I still try to be like, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your, like, thank you for being patient. Like, thank you. Have a great day. Like, that type of thing. Simple stuff, right? And I was like, my mom raised me right. He's like, your mom did. She raised you right. You are so respectful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came today. Like, I love, just pulls at my heartstrings. Okay. I swear, I love people. I love taking care of people. It's truly a blessing, man. You don't know what you can do for somebody. You just do not know, y'all. I'm not working for less than $33 an hour. She put the 3 on the end too. Melanin Mama 22. How can you get higher pay as a new grad? Miss Lady Trey. Congrats to you, new grad. I don't know, girl. I am not that good with negotiating pay. You said I do not respect anyone, especially the patients. Why? Why would you say that? Oh, it's good that y'all putting agency names in here for everybody to see. But I'm not that good at negotiating pay, honestly. And as a new grad, you're new. Like me, I'm gonna be a new RN soon, so I don't even know how I'm gonna negotiate my pay. I don't know. I'm not that good at that type of stuff. My best friend, she's got her BSN. I know she negotiated her pay, honey. She don't care. She don't care. I'm going to get what I want to get. So that's her thing. But that's something I'm going to have to work on. I'll get back to you on that one. I think it's better to get that experience than try to get more money. I think that's also why I did agency work, because I tried to negotiate more pay and it didn't work. And I just got frustrated because I feel like when you're negotiating more money, you're begging this person to see your value. Like, no, I'd rather just go somewhere else. I'd rather just do something else. Like, I don't want to have to sit here and beg you to give me $2 or $3 more. That's how I feel like it. But maybe if I looked at it differently, I would get it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, you said I do respect. Okay, I thought that's what you were saying. Yes, you have to show respect. These are people, and you just never know who they've encountered before. Like, because some people are really mean to patients, especially if it's patients who have psych issues or patients who might not have a lot of money. They don't have family that they can call and complain to. They don't have that daughter or that husband or whoever they can call and be like, my wife hasn't had a bath or my son hasn't had this. Like, some people will treat those patients worse than the patients who have family, because they're going to tell their family, and the family going to be calling you wondering why this and that happened, and management is on you. So it really shows your character and your integrity if you can still show respect and try to show some type of gentleness to people when nobody's looking, or when that person can't tell anybody else what's going on with them. So always keep that in mind, because I know sometimes it's easy to just be like, here go these pills. Okay, see you later. It spilled all over you. Oh, okay. Like, I know it's, don't that be happening all the time? You be like, God dang it, how did this spill? You get them dang old cup in and just be all over the bed. You be like, okay, let me get these pills. So it can be easy to just kind of like, to some people, don't do what's easy, right? Ain't that what we learn in school? Go take the high road. Don't do what's easy. Or y'all, am I shaking out too much holding this phone? Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so Lauren did. Okay, you're right, Lauren. That is true. So Lauren Bishop said, I always like that name, Bishop. Lauren Bishop said, working night/overnight shift is one way of increasing new grad pay. Yes. So I talked to a nurse. She actually watches this channel. I think her name is Cece. Yeah, Nurse CC. And I actually saw her. I was working an agency gig, And she was like, I know your channel. Da, 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 da. I just graduated. I got my RN. And she was telling me about her pay. And she was just saying how much she was getting. I think she told me she was making like 45 or something like that at a facility as an agency nurse, as an RN agency nurse, and a new grad. But she said, just agency though. But she said in the hospital, I think she's getting paid, like it went up to like 28 something after she worked night shift. And then sometimes, you know, when you work that weekend, you do work that weekend, you get the differential too. So maybe saying, hey, I'll work nights on every weekend, that'll help up your pay. And then throughout the week, you can get a PRN job or whatever and make some more money, or just pick up more hours. That can help. Only thing is, you all, I do not suggest night shift for new grads. And maybe I'll do a separate video about that. Let me write that down. Not shift new grad. No. I'll do a separate video on that. Thank y'all for coming to this live. Y'all want to talk about anything else before I go? I always don't want to keep y'all on here for too long. Naturally C, Melinda Suzanne, Miss Lady Trey, Blissful Vibes, Yvonne Wilson. Yvonne Wilson. I had a friend. Are you Yvonne Wilson that I know from school? I had a friend in elementary school. Her name was Yvonne Wilson. I think that was her last name. I think it was Wilson, yeah. Elementary school. I need to try the raw vegan with you. Day 1. Yeah, this is day 3. You should go for it. Try it, Jasmine. Why not? I'm just at the point where I'm like, I have always been obsessed with food and health, and like, it's like, girl, just reach your body goals. Just reach your health goals. Just reach your discipline goals and go out there and do it. So I'm really challenging myself to do 90 days of raw food. Nothing is cooked. So your girl need to get a dehydrator so I can just suck out all the air. I mean, all the juice out of stuff, and it can at least have some crunch to it. Yeah, nothing is cooked. And no meat, no eggs, no dairy. I already don't eat meat. I was kind of about the milk and the dairy and the dairy and the eggs. So now I'm just like, let's just be more disciplined. I feel like if you can discipline the way you eat, because nobody can tell you to eat anything. You choose to eat what you eat. If you can discipline what you put in your body, you can discipline every part of your life. And so that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. Virgo rising vibes. Who else is Virgo rising? Do y'all know what that means? I know some of y'all know what that means. Virgo rising vibes. Okay. Also, Cancer gang. Y'all know I'm a Cancer. So it's hard to control what I eat. Well, no, I'm getting better at it. I'm not going to put nothing out there. But y'all know we like to eat. Okay? Like, what they cooking? Who going to be there? What's going on over there? Is it going to be some food? I didn't even ask the question if it's going to be some food. I will bring my own food. I have no problem doing that. No problem whatsoever. I'll go over your house like, what y'all got to eat? Like, come on. But if you come to my house, I ain't got nothing for you to eat. I swear. That's sad, ain't it? I only cook for select people. Any nurse from Seattle who would like to start. Let's see. Indigo Kid, Laugh Out Loud, Virgo Rising, and Cancer Sun. Very interesting combination. I eat like this, and I just eat fruits and veggies all day. How is school going? So we're on break from school. Oh, you got a lot of Cancer in your chart, yes. Yeah, I'm on break from school. We have the summer off. I was gonna take a summer class. Some drama came up, so I gotta just see what's going on with my financial aid. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother video about it. Well, we got some time. Y'all want me to talk about what's going on, or I'll just save it for another video? I don't know. Is this video too long? Somebody said, why not? I don't know what they said. That's it. I heard you, Melinda. Negotiate. I guess for me, I felt like it was begging because I was already working at that place, and I was trying to get them to pay me more versus me coming through the door being like, nah, that's not going to work for me, but thank you. I feel like it might be easier coming through the door. It is easier. But when you're there already at that place and it's like, you just feel like y'all don't see my worth. I come to work every day. I've been coming up to this place while I was pregnant. I've been coming up to this place while I was in school. Like, I gave y'all all this time and energy compared to y'all other. Like, I come to work. I do my job. I don't try to give y'all no strife or nothing. You should be wanting to keep me as an employee, okay? So that's kind of how I didn't want to have to be like, Don't you see me? No, I'll just leave. You can see me a whole lot easier. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your fave nurse B. That's how you can see me, okay? Let's see. Yes, Judith, you can have more than one specialty. Just all about the experience and certifications and things like that. So as long as you have the experience, so you might want to work on a pediatric ICU, PICU, for a year, maybe longer, 2 years, get that experience there. Then maybe you want to do labor and delivery. Maybe you want to do mother and child care, like all that. You can get those different specialties. Just have to get the experience. Okay, so y'all want to know what's going on with school. Yeah, Alpha Nurse Guide, true. You won't get paid what you work. You won't. So it's just like you got to decide, okay, how much am I willing to come into this job for? And that's kind of why I don't really care for working for other people. I'd rather just do my own thing. But you still put a price tag on that, because you still have to put a price tag on your time as far as like paying, offering services or products and things like that. So I'm really learning to not be in the employee mindset, even though I am going to become an RN. It is a whole other thing, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm just allowing myself to unfold, honey. So yeah, what's going on with school? So I don't even know. So I finished I need to do a separate video, y'all. This video is too long and people are not gonna watch it if I keep talking. Now people be acting stingy with these views. But basically, okay, so I had financial aid, right? I was gonna take this class over the summer for my financial aid. And I was still gonna have money for financial aid, because you all, I have like 70 plus credits, and of those 70 plus credits, financial aid has only paid for, I appreciate it, has only paid for a class that I took back in 2008. That was 4 credits. The class I just took this spring, which was 10 credits, and a class I took last summer, which was one of my prereqs, that was like 3 credits. So they've only paid for 17 credits of like the 70 to 80 that I already have. 17 credits is all that financial aid has paid for, and I have like 70 plus credits, right? Keep that in mind. So I still have money left over for this year for my summer class. So I was like, let me take the summer class. It's a pharmacology class. I think it's very important as a nurse to be very strong in pharmacology, especially I see myself working in a hospital, ER. Like, I want to have stronger pharmacology, there. And so I was going to take the class. Now, the class is not part of my degree, but they highly suggest, they were like, we highly suggest that you all take it. So I was like, let me go ahead and take this dang old class. And it'll keep me in the rhythm of everything. It'll keep me going, right? So I applied for the class. I get into the class. I got my financial aid, great. And then I go ahead. They assign me. Oh, I got to do this on a separate video. I keep saying that, Brady. Keep going, girl. Okay, so, okay, I guess I'll put that in the description. I mean, in the thing. Y'all be so worried. Don't be worried. You're not worried. Okay. This is really been going in my head, y'all. Y'all be seeing all my thoughts on live. I swear. So here it comes. They tell me where I'm going. No, pharm is not a part of our RN. It's just they incorporate it into each thing. So if they're talking about OB, they'll go over some pharmacology. If they're talking about hypertension, they just go over that for that particular area. But a separate pharmacology course, no. Is probably there for students who are coming in because I'm a bridge student. So I don't know if you know that, whoever commented, let me see it. Sorry, let me address you. Intergalactic Freedom Keeper. I'm in a bridge program, so I'm already a nurse, and it's probably just not included. It's probably including people who started off with their RN. I mean, who came in without any type of nursing experience. So what else was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, I'm kind of thrown off. Let me get a crystal to get me together, okay? So yeah, they assigned me to a class for the fall, to a campus. So we have like 5 different community college campuses here in St. Louis, right? They assigned me to a campus, which that's a whole other video, because I'm kind of like, really? But I'm okay with it. They assigned me that campus. I go ahead and I I enroll into that class, I get a message through my banner that's like, oh, you have exceeded the 96 credits that that financial aid will give to a student. You have to submit some type of financial aid appeal of why we should continue to give you financial aid, yada, yada, yada. And also within that, they're basically saying like, this is for students who have not met their academic needs for their classes. I'm like, I have like a 3.02. Okay. So I have a 3.0. So what are you saying? Like, I haven't met my academic needs. I haven't failed any of my classes. So I know that's not the thing. But when I talked to an advisor, I talked to financial aid. They said talk to an advisor. So I talked to an advisor, and the advisor was like, "Oh yeah, so by the time that you get done with my fall program is cool. Like whatever I take in the fall, I won't meet 96 credits yet. Basically, what they're saying is financial aid will only pay for 96 credits of 96 credits, right? So they're saying I'm going to exceed that before I finish my nursing program. So financial aid is going to like not pay for some of my classes. But my thing is, and they're saying, oh, the reason why you're exceeding this is because you haven't done good in your classes. So basically, this probably does happen to some students who they have to keep retaking a class, or something happens where they're not able to get the amount of the amount of credits they need in a specific time frame. If that does that make any sense to y'all? I don't know, because that's why I didn't want to explain it, because it's already frustrating to me. So my thing was, y'all telling me that I've exceeded whatever credits, but y'all only paid for 17 of these 96 I'm about to have. So why does it matter? I've paid out of pocket for all of these classes. So you telling me I'm exceeding it, you didn't pay for it. And honestly, quiet as it's kept, if you pay taxes, I feel like, I don't know how all the little work, but I'm entitled to financial aid. I pay taxes, okay? I don't know where that financial aid coming from, but I know I'm participating in some of it, okay? Some of this I'm paying towards. Watch somebody be like, actually, financial aid is paid for through da. So, yes, I did pass the last semester. That's the only way I can keep going. Yeah, I did pass. What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh, y'all. It's just exhausting, because I'm talking to the advisor. He's just like, do the appeal. And the appeal is like, can you let us know extenuating factors that cause you not to do well in your classes? I'm like, I don't have any extenuating factors. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's happening? I'm like, how am I supposed to feel this? Like, she's like, just put that you pay for your classes, and that the reason why you're exceeding your 96 credits is because you are doing prereqs before you even got into your program. Yada, yada, yada. So, excuse me, y'all. So I'm like, okay. My husband's like, you need to call financial aid. What are they talking about? This don't make no sense. I was like, I'm just going to do what she's telling me to do. I'm just going to do it because I'm frustrated. When I'm frustrated, I don't need anybody to give me any type of, don't give me no advice. I'm frustrated. Like, I don't want any of, I think people are like that when they frustrated. Like, I don't even want to talk about this right now or think about it. So I really don't want you to kind of like ask me questions or feed it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm pissed off right now. So, if y'all don't know, I'm a bit of a worrier, just a little bit. So I'm working on it. So I called financial aid like the next day. She's like, I don't see anything on your record that says you have to do academic, like you don't have to do a financial aid. I don't see anything. Dead, y'all. Dead. So I'm like, on my screen, it's telling me why I have not got financial aid. Wow, y'all trying to take it away. And y'all just gave it to me. After I had to go through all this stuff with this school, not giving me my like, why me? Okay, the school not trying to give me my transfer. I mean my transcript. I'm over here doing YouTube videos, trying to get money to help me go to school. I'm over here doing this, that, and the third. I'm over here taking all these classes out of pocket. I done did this for so long. It took me 5 years to do prereqs. I done had two, like I'm finally in school. And now y'all telling me that I can't get no financial aid? I was just like, I wasn't like pissed, because I'm like, everything will work out how it needs to work out. We still got until August. I'm not going to trip over it. It's gonna get taken care of. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. Like, I feel like the hardest part of my life, not the hardest part, but like I've been working on my education for a very long time. I got accepted into college at the age of 16. So it's just like I've been on this educational journey for a long time. A long time. You would think I'm about to freaking graduate with a PhD at this point, but it's okay because I got a testimony and I feel like, it's part of my story. So it shows my perseverance that I keep going back. I keep working towards it. So that's that, y'all. I was like, well, I see it on my end. You don't see it on your end. Well, I'm going to forward this to such and such. And y'all know. Well, I'll see by next week. We'll see what's going on. So that's where I'm at. Wasn't too exciting. Um, Oh yeah, you're right. Live life with Alexis. Not to mention all the people you inspired to go to school along the way. Laugh out loud. Yeah. So I just feel like sometimes we go through stuff not just for ourselves but for each other. Because how are you supposed to learn about certain things if you didn't hear somebody else? Or if you didn't see somebody else doing it, or somebody couldn't inspire you to do it, you might not have that blueprint to do it. So, can y'all see me? But now, yeah, my bad. Somebody tried to call me. Why do I feel drained? Just told y'all my whole life story. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Yes, we see you. Okay, cool. So that's what's going on. I didn't even want to tell y'all that because I'm just like, oh, just do what y'all gonna do. And then she was like, well, you're taking this class over the summer. It's not part of your curriculum. You don't need to take it. So I would just drop it if I were you. I asked her, I said, should I just drop it? She's like, yeah, I would drop it because if they're already telling you, you're overextending your credits or whatever, like, why would you take another class over the summer to prove their point? So I'm like, okay. She didn't say all that, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, should I just drop it? She's like, yeah, just drop it. So I just went ahead and dropped the class. But even though I have like $3,000 of financial aid that I can use this summer, and it doesn't like roll over into the next semester. So I'm like, dang, I could have took that class. But I'll just see. Once they square everything away, I'll go ahead and ask, like, is it okay if I take this class over the summer and get financial aid for it? Because she was like, if you do take it in because financial aid had already approved it, she was like, if you do take it later down the line, they may make you pay for this class. So I ain't doing all that. Let's see. Mercury. Yes. Oh my gosh. You know what's so crazy is I was about to text my mom because she was like, we need to hang out because I was talking to her. And I was like, Mercury's going into retrograde soon. We need to go thrifting. Like, that's the best time to go thrift shopping when Mercury goes to retrograde. Yes. It's today. Thank you, Indigo Kid. I knew it was coming at the end of May. I feel it. And I'm already Virgo rising. I'm already ruled by Mercury. My chart is ruled by Mercury. So I feels it. Uh, you just made me make some green tea. Yes. That's where we're drinking some green tea. Bloom where you are planted. So corny, but I love it. This is like my slogan for life. You where you're at right now in your life for a reason. Y'all know I gotta leave y'all with some type of inspirational. Okay. So you are where you're at in life for some particular reason. Okay, so just do what you can where you at. I feel like I've said this like 8 times before. But just do what you can where you're at. You know. The reason why you may have not gotten to the next level, it's because you haven't really done all that you can where you're at right now. Or maybe there's more for you to learn where you're at right now. And that could be anything, your relationship, your job, the state you live in, whatever. So do what you can where you're at. That's all we can really do, honestly. That's all we can do is just do what we can at that present moment in that present situation, until something else comes along. I'm not saying just sit around and do nothing, especially Mercury going into retrograde, y'all. Like, ain't everything gonna kind of be put on pause for a little bit right now. Oh my goodness, people gonna be. I bet companies gonna be contacting me that I haven't talked to in ages. Like, hey, still want to do a video? I'm like, I contacted you how long ago, and y'all like ghosted me, so I'm good. I'm done talking to y'all. Oh, you're a Gemini sun. Yeah, I'm a Venus and Gemini, and my moon is in the third house, so I have that Jimmy energy. Um, yeah, Indigo Key, are you on my other channel, Stay Forever True? So yeah, just do what you can where you're at. Stop putting yourself in a position where you feel like, oh, I hate being here. Like, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to do this no more. Like, da 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 da. Yes, you can feel that way. And yes, you can, you know, be upset about where you're at in life. But really try to see the opportunities that you have, the resources that you have to get you to the next level, or to just get you through whatever you're going through right now. I feel like that's been my life story. Like, wherever I'm at in life, I try to make the most of it. The whole time that my school, if y'all don't know my back, if you all do not know my backstory, I went 10 years with a school telling me we're not going to release your transcripts. So I couldn't get financial aid for all those years. Until I went to my LPN program. I did get it for that program, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't look for transcripts. But any program, any school that wanted transcripts, I couldn't go there and get financial aid. So I was stuck with, okay, I'm gonna just not go to school, or I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna work, and I'm going to pay for my classes out of pocket, and I'm gonna do these prereqs, and I'm still gonna go on further to become an RN. And it's like I said, I got a separate video talking about it. It took me 5 years to do that. And like I said, I had 2 kids, all of that. I was married the whole time, working the whole time. And it's just like, just do what you can in whatever situation you're in. It do take time, but the time goes by regardless, unless you're gonna die. So do what you can, boo. I keep repeating myself. What's going on with Jamie? What happened with Jamie? Congratulations. What happened with you, Jamie? I missed it. Oh, you graduate. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. Shout out to Jamie W. She is doing her clinical work right now, and she's graduating June 22nd. Wow. I'm so grateful for y'all. That's so exciting. Man, being able to go to school and get through school and graduate, it's more than just saying you have a degree. That's why I hate people that be like, it's just a title. It's just a degree. Like, anybody who's worked for something and worked through the things called life, you understand what it means for you to get through a program, go to college, go through whatever you're doing, and have something to show, like, okay, I put in all this work, all this time, all this sacrifice, all this self-doubt, because we always will have self-doubt when we're getting to that next stage, right? When we're climbing up that mountain, we're like, how much further I got? I can't make it. I can't make it. Like, we're going to have those moments, you know, where you have to motivate yourself, where you have to say no, where you have to push through. And I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everybody who's graduating, everybody who's getting into school, everybody who's doing whatever it is that you are working towards, and you're making it happen for yourself, for your family, most importantly for yourself. I'm proud of y'all, man. It's not easy, but it's very rewarding. Okay. It is very, it's very rewarding. I'm tired, y'all. And I'm kind of avoiding getting off of here because, like, I feel like I have to go back to living. Does that sound depressing? I have to go back to the real world. I feel like the internet is a whole other world. Don't y'all feel that way? Like, the internet is like, you're in the web, and then it's like you leave out the web, and it's just like, oh, this is the real stuff. Okay. Not to say internet is not real, but it's a reason why I connect with people through the internet versus face. I do connect with people face to face, but anyway, I ain't trying to make this weird. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share my channel, share my videos. I know I've been MIA, but I'm back, y'all. I'm here for it. I'm here for you all. So let me know what type of videos you want to see, topics you want to hear. My next video is probably going to be talking about new grad nurses and the shifts and stuff like that. And I still need to finish my BSN graduate series. I still have some more video footage of me talking to my best friend about her graduating with her BSN. NCLEX study. I have a playlist about NCLEX already. I don't really have any more tips for NCLEX until I take it again next year, and I'll give you some tips then. But you can watch the playlist. I gotta go, y'all. Now I feel sad because I don't know. I don't know, yeah. Okay, let me stop being a little cancer crab. Y'all know little cancers be all like, okay, yeah. I try to give y'all my life, and then it's just like after a while I can't give no more. I got to go back into my shell. So I'm about to go back into my shell. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you all are communicating with each other. Go over to the Facebook group. I need to be on the Facebook group more, you all. Like, what the heck? So, but go over to Your Faith Nurse B Facebook group. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Sending y'all so much love. Like, y'all don't know. I care about y'all so much. Thank you, Indigo Kid. Jamie W. Who else is still here? Maureen Humby TV C. Jasmine's Variety Channel. Tanal 3. Live Life with Alexis. Monique Bailey. Who else is still here? Hawnets. You know what? I'm gonna go out to the garden. That always cheers me up. Shonda Gregory. Let's see who else we got. That's it. Oh, Lauren Bishop. Thank you, everybody. Annie Clark. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. Y'all bring me so much joy. And go for your dreams, man. Go for it. All you gotta do is live. Like literally, I watched Castaway today. That's probably why I'm dang on depressed. Castaway, and you know, what's his name? Tom Hanks is a Cancer too, and he has a Virgo rising. Oh, Tom Hanks. I watched Castaway today, y'all, for the first time. And anyway, I think it got to me a little bit. I love y'all. I gotta go. This is Amazonite, and this right here is labradorite. If you all are wanting to know about that, and I do sell crystals. I gotta put some more crystals up on my channel. I mean, on my website. I love y'all. I gotta go. Yeah, this whole body finna be transformed. Y'all gonna be like, Nurse B, I didn't know you had it like that. Ooh, y'all don't know. 90-day vegan challenge. Go check out my other channel, Stay Forever True. I love you all.